Good morning, students. Today we are going to deal with a new chapter, and the chapter's name is Chemical Reaction and Equation. Before going to know about this chapter, let me tell you what do you understand by chemical, what do you understand by reaction, and what do you understand by equation. First of all, chemical means what? Those particles or those elements which are having the tendency to react with each other, that we can tell it as a chemical. I think in the 9th standard you might have heard two words, that is physical change and chemical change. Physical change means so many tricks, so many techniques are there. That means the separation of substances by means of physical method, so that there won't be any change in the properties of a substance that happens in the physical change. But if I will tell about the chemical change means after the product or after the thing or after the metal has been happened, we cannot get the original one. That is called as the chemical change. The very common thing I would like to tell you is that it is the time of the summer times or the heavy summer time. Suppose inside the home, what we are doing? We are left something. Suppose milk we are keeping aside. We have forgotten to keep inside the refrigerator. Then what will happen? Obviously, the next day you might have seen that the milk particles, they got separated from each other or broken up, or the milk is getting destroyed. Why so? Why it happens? Because the chemical changes that happens to here. Okay, so chemical reaction means what? Those reactions which happens due to chemical changes of a substance from one form, from initial to its final one, but that to be chemical change. Why we are telling it as a chemical change? Suppose milk is there, a general thing, general liquid. When it changes into curd, that is called as a chemical change. Why so? Because it happens due to the reaction of the lactobacillus bacteria, which is just breaking the milk particle to change into the curd. Okay, and that happens due to the reaction of lactic acid. Due to lactic acid, it is one kind of chemical changes. After that, if you want to change the curd again into milk, can you do that? Never. You cannot. So this is called as the chemical change. So chemical reactions are what? Changing of substances from initial to final one, that to be a chemical change. In short of this process is called as chemical reaction. So after that, what we are getting the final product, if you want to make it change to the initial one or the first one, you may not do. Suppose see, for example, different examples that are already there inside the NCERT book. Let me give some of the examples. Okay. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. It means what? I think you all have an idea that when anything gets burnt into something, it happens due to what? Reaction of oxygen gases to that. So that's why that thing got burnt. Okay, so burning of magnesium ribbon means we can write it as like that. Magnesium reacts with what? Oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Why I have given this aroma? Because I want to show you is that these are the initial things or initial substances which are getting reacted to form the final product. If you want to separate magnesium oxide, you may not do, because it won't broken down into form again magnesium and oxygen. That's why it is called as a chemical change, and the whole process where the substances they are reacting with each other to form a new product, that is called as chemical reaction. Now the next word is that chemical equation. Chemical equation means what? Whenever we are writing simple a one form of the substances which are reacting with each other to form a new one, that is called as chemical equation. Suppose I will tell chemical reaction. Chemical reaction means there will be a sentence like that: magnesium ribbon when burnt on air or with it reacts with oxygen, it forms its product called as magnesium oxide, and it is called as what? The chemical reaction. If we want to change this chemical reaction into a form of chemical equation, then I will write in the form of what? That is magnesium plus oxygen gives rise to magnesium oxide. Now let us see some new equations or new reactions. Lead nitrate solution, if added with potassium iodide, it forms lead iodide plus potassium nitrate. When lead nitrate solution is reacting with another solution, that is potassium iodide, it forms lead iodide and potassium nitrate. Lead iodide is nothing but it is a yellow colored substance, and potassium nitrate is nothing but it is a white colored substance. And when these reactions are being carried out, then we can see a yellow color cloud formation around it, so that we can know that no chemical changes that happen here. So, out of this, we can conclude that chemical reaction that leads to change in color, change in temperature, then change in properties. So these are the things, or sometimes we can also it can also happen, that is evolution of gas. Some reactions are like that. If you are combining those substances with each other, they got react to form a new substance with the evolution of some types of gases. Okay, so these are the changes or the things that happens after chemical reaction, or these are the general properties of a chemical reaction. First thing, change in color of the substances get changed, change in temperature, change in different properties, then evolution of gas. The next thing is that chemical equation. Chemical equation. So what is a chemical equation? The description of a chemical reaction in the forms of short form of word, that is called as chemical equation. Same thing I would like to repeat again. Magnesium ribbon when burnt in oxygen, that means what we are writing in equation? Magnesium plus oxygen gives rise to magnesium oxides. That means we are writing their respective elements in the form of what? Rather than writing the whole sentence, what happens there? We are writing just the symbols. Or sorry, not the symbols, just only the words or the name, elements name. That is called as chemical equations. So now see, magnesium, oxygen gives rise to magnesium oxide. What the things you can see here? First thing, the left hand side. Next thing, the right hand side. So I can say it as LHS and this side to be as RHS. Those substances which are reacting with each other and they are present on the left hand side, they are called as the reactants. These are called as the reactants. And what we are getting, that is on the right hand side, that is called as the product. So which are taking participate as a reaction or reacting with each other, they are called as the reactants, and what we are getting, that is called as the product. Next, but before going to know more about chemical equations, we have to know that some of the rules are like that. How to write chemical equation? How to write chemical equation? Some rules are there. The first thing, those elements which are participating with each other in the form of reactions, we have to write their symbols. Rather than words, we have to write their symbols. Suppose magnesium, oxygen. So you have know that what magnesium means, it stands for Mg and oxygen stands for O. So that's why we have to write in the form of symbols. Second thing, whenever we are writing the reactants, we have to add in the form of plus symbol. Means those substances or those elements, those atoms which are reacting with each other, we have to give a plus sign to them. The same thing we should have right, that is plus sign in the product side. And in the left hand side, we have to write the name of the reactants. In the right hand side, we have to write the name of the products. So in the other way, we can also tell it that chemical equation is nothing but it is the skeletal framework of a chemical reaction. Now, let us see some of the reactions. Up to this, we could have idea about chemical equations, but now one doubt may be rising inside your mind is that, what is that? No, the same thing whenever we are, anything we are preparing at our home, no, we are taking in a proper quantity. Why so? Because the product quality should be perfect. To get the perfectness of a product, we have to add it in a proper ratio or proper quantity. The same thing here also happens. In the chemical reaction, some quantity we have to see that whether it is equal or not. Because before going to know, let me discuss about the law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass, which states that those things which are getting participated in a reaction, okay, it will give the same product, or mass of the reactant should be equal to mass of the product. Mass of reactants should be equal to mass of products. Let us see some of the examples. Zinc, when reacts with H2SO4 or sulfuric acid, it forms zinc sulfate and release of H2 gas. Now see whether this reaction, the mass of the reactants are equal with the mass of the products or not. Let us see. First of all, zinc particle is here, Zn. It is one atom. It is also one atom. Hydrogen 2 atom. Here also 2 atom. Sulfur also 1 atom. Sulfur also 1 atom. Oxygen 4 atom. Here also 4 atom. That means this reaction is called as a balanced reaction. Why so? Because mass of the reactants that is getting equal to that of mass of products. So that's why we can tell it as a balanced chemical equation. Now let us see how to balance a chemical equation. Some steps are there. Let us discuss on that. Let us see the first reaction. Fe means iron. When reacts with water, it forms ferrous oxide with release of hydrogen gas. Understand? So how to balance this reaction? Let us see. First thing, ferrum is one of the atom of the iron. When it gets reacts with H2O, it forms its oxide and with release of the gas. The first step what you have to do is that you have to form a box around each of the substances what are taking part inside the chemical equation. Second thing what you have to do, now we have to form a list, that is elements, then number of reactants, then number of atoms of reactants, then number of atoms present in product. You have to complete this table to know that, to get your answer whether this is balanced or unbalanced, and if unbalanced, how to get it as a balanced chemical equation. So first thing, what are the elements here participated? First thing is ferrum, second thing is hydrogen, third thing is oxygen. So these are the three elements that get participated here. Then number of reactants. Okay, number of atoms of the reactants. If you will see ferrum, here one number of atom is there. If you will see hydrogen, it is two number of atom is here. Then oxygen, it is one number of atom is here. Here in the product side, Fe3, that means three number of atom is present in the ferrum, and oxygen it is 4. Sorry, here it is 4, and hydrogen is 2. If you will compare the number, is it balanced? First thing, these two numbers only equal, but rather than these two things or two atoms that are unbalanced. Okay, so before going to balance a chemical equation, first of all we have to keep in mind that what are the maximum number of atoms that are there inside the reaction. We have to get considered to that. Then only we can able to balance the chemical reaction. So what is the maximum one? It is the 4. Okay, which is present in the product side. Okay, so to get oxygen as a 4 number of atom, what we have to do? We have to multiply into 4. We have to get multiply into 4. Second thing. So now again write the chemical equation. Fe plus H2O. Just put here in the form of the box. Gives rise to Fe3O4 plus H2. Okay. Now you see, just putting the number of atoms. Oxygen, if you want to get it multiplied into 4, then you will get it as 4 here. Okay. Now you see oxygen got balanced, but again hydrogen number got unbalanced. Here hydrogen atom is 8. Here hydrogen atom is 2. So what we have to do again? Now again you have to form the table by writing the elements name, number of atoms present in the reactants, number of atoms present in the products. But since this blackboard is a big one, I cannot complete all over the things. So that's why I just let me change the number here only. Okay. So first thing here ferrum is 1, and second thing hydrogen here we got, that is 8 1 in the reactant side, and in the product side if you want to make it change, how to balance 2 into 4, we have to multiply into 4 to get 8. Understand? So here what again, if you will write the reaction again, how the number will be changed, you see. Here you have to multiply in the product side, we have to multiply by means of 4. Now you see the reaction whether it got balanced or not. No, again there is an imbalance. What is there? The number of ferrous atom or the iron atom, that is 3 in number. Okay, so in the product side it is 3. So in the reactant side what we have to do? We have to multiply into 3. 1 into 3. Okay, so now the complete form of reaction is 3 molecules or 3 atoms of Fe plus 4 atoms of hydrogen, oxygen means water, H2O, 4H2O gives rise to Fe3O4 plus 4H2. Okay, now if you will compare the number of atoms, you can know that the LHS will be equal to RHS. In the left hand side, ferrum atom is 3, here also 3, hydrogen atom is 8, here also 8, oxygen atom is 4, here also 4. So since LHS is equal to RHS, that means this chemical reaction is a balanced form of chemical reaction or equation. So these are the different things that some of the tricks are there by which we can balance a unbalanced chemical reaction to a balanced one. Okay, so in the next I will give some of the tasks to you to balance some of the chemical equations. My dear students, you please write it out. If you are getting any doubt anywhere or any points you have, then you can ask to me. Okay, thank you.